Hello friends, welcome to part 4 of the relationship between attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or ADHD and learning disability or LD. In part 2 we explored ADHD, part 3 we explored LD. Here in part 4 I'm going to give my personal analysis on how they relate to each other. And as I mentioned in other parts of the series, I'm not giving medical advice. Any proper medical advice should be the proper professional. And now to begin with, I'm going to give two key differences between the two. First of all is the brain. Learning disability could be different parts of the brain because it's an umbrella term. Some learning disabilities might be this part of the brain. That learning disability can be that part of the brain. Whereas ADHD is specific parts of the brain that relate to ADHD. The biggest factor with ADHD is a part of the brain called the prefrontal cortex. And another difference between them, that's a key difference, is the structure. ADHD is a whole lot of traits or characteristics or behaviors, whatever name you want to use. If someone has the right combination of them with a sufficient intensity, they will meet clinical criteria to be diagnosed. Whereas learning disability is a name for many disabilities that relate to learning. It's like an umbrella name. So by that very definition, they're definitely not one and the same thing. And also, one is not a subset of the other. Like LD is not a type of ADHD and ADHD is not a type of LD. LD is directly problems with learning. ADHD has issues related to hyperactivity and focusing, and you can have learning disability with without those ADHD traits such as attention span or self-control, and you can have ADHD without, and that ADHD does not include the various learning disabilities. So definitely one is not a type of the other. And that brings up the next topic. Well, then do they overlap? Like that's LD, that's ADHD, and this type of LD is a type of ADHD, and this type of ADHD is a type of LD. Also not possible, because as I said, those what I talked about, the ones about those traits such as impulsivity and hyperactivity, etc., and the other one relates directly to disabilities with learning. And therefore, they don't overlap. So my conclusion, as in this diagram, they're totally different. This refers circles all the types of ADHD. That circle is all the types of LD. They are different conditions, but what they have in common, the individual is likely intelligent or even very intelligent or very possibly very intelligent. Now I'm going to have some fun. It looks like I'm changing the topic. I'm going to talk about having these conditions, broken bones and hearing difficulty, the relationship between those two conditions. It does sound like I'm talking about something totally different. This is the diagrams for the relationship between them. And now you're thinking this person is going crazy. What do you mean those are the diagrams? Either that one's correct or that one's correct. What do you mean they're both the relationships? I will explain to you what I mean. It's the context of it. This is the actual conditions. This is people, the types of hearing loss. That's the type of broken bones. There's no type of broken bones. That's a type of hearing difficulty. There's no type of hearing difficulty. That's a type of broken bones. This refers to people who have it. Or everyone in the circle has broken bones. Everyone in that circle has hearing difficulty. Those are the people who have both conditions. Okay, I mean, this might be not be the true proportion in reality. So you understand the difference between those two diagrams. So this brings up the next topic. The medical name is comorbidity. That's more than one condition that coexist in the same person that are often considered together for diagnosis or treatment. So even though ADHD and LD are distinct, how frequent do people have both of them? So the actual definitions of them, that's a diagram. But when we talk about people have both, as example, does this represent it like a small number of people have both, or a reasonable amount of people have both? See, each circle refers to people have that condition, or that means a huge number of people have both conditions. And to answer that question, we don't need to speculate. It is very well documented. The comorbidity rate, or how high comorbidity is between ADHD and LD, is extremely high. It is very common to have both at the same time. So even though I've said they're distinct conditions, the amount of people have both is overwhelmingly more than two conditions picked at random. Like earlier on, I happened to choose hearing loss and broken bones. So that's what I can say. And there are various reasons that can explain why. To list some of them, both conditions usually show up in early childhood. That's when the brain is going through some of the important stages of development. And there are certain risk factors, such as being born prematurely or have early brain injury, that can affect both ADHD and LD. And those are some of the reasons why having both conditions is very common. So my conclusion, no, they're separate conditions, but yes, having both at the same time is very common. And I'm going to add one more little thing, my interpretation. I say if someone has ADHD, even without having LD, that means not having both at the same time, not being diagnosed with both, they will still show LD signs. You see, ADHD has traits such as impulsivity and distractions, and that does affect one's results at school. And based on the definition that I talked about early in the series, it leads to lower grades, school challenges without an apparent reason until a professional uncovers that reason. And using that definition, having tremendous challenges in school, not meeting the grades you would expect for no visible reason until a professional looks into it. By that definition, someone with ADHD will always show behavior that resembles LD. My friends, however we choose to name the challenges, the more we clearly understand them, the more thoughtfully we can respond, with empathy, but not with assumptions. I shared my perspective. I would love to hear your perspectives. That's what the comment sections are for. Thank you for watching.